Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to my channel. Now yeah, I usually do this two-handed, but I've only got one hand available because we have a very big Superdrug haul to get through today. Now, for those of you who are not from the UK and do not know, Superdrug is basically the equivalent of our drugstore. This is where we pick up our drugstore makeup, and they sell, you know, other random bits like, I don't know, medications and bits and bobs and hair stuff. But you know, I only use it for makeup. So yeah, it is our drugstore makeup supply type of shop. Now, Superdrug did this really crazy offer where they had buy one get one free across all cosmetics. I know, crazy. So whilst I have most of my items here, I do have 6 more items on the way, so obviously they're not going to be featured in this video. It's just I had a lot of problems with the online Superdrug website when trying to order these, so I literally just got up and went to the shop, but they didn't have the lip glosses I wanted to purchase in the shop, so I ordered them later on that night. The ones I did order were the Makeup Revolution, it's like the glitter bomb lip glosses. No one's told me that this is what they are, but I feel they're a dupe for Fenty, and I love the Fenty glosses, so I just figured I would try them out. Now, this is my Superdrug receipt. I know, it's massive. Now, all in all, I paid, bear in mind, although I purchased makeup, I got these sprays on offer, 2 for £6, just these random sprays I wanted to pick up, just body sprays, and I picked up 2 sets of simple face wipes. So I got them as well, but just let's pretend they don't exist. In total, I spent £97 and 37 pence, and I saved, so bear in mind I got the buy one get one free cosmetics, and I also, my mum works for the NHS, so I got 20% NHS discount because I was with my mum on top of that offer. Amazing, I know. So all in all, I saved a whopping £190 and 56. So without further ado, I think we need to just hurry up and get into this, otherwise we're going to be here for a week. So I have just counted, and in total here we have got 34 items, and like I said, another 6 are on the way. So all in all, I will have purchased 40 items from the Superdrug buy one get one free offer. Now, a lot of these items, well not a lot, but some of these items, I'm just looking at them, they're all in front of me now, you may have already seen featured on this channel, because I do use a lot of drugstore products over here on this channel. I use them a lot in my daily routine, so some things I did stock up on. So I will start with foundations. So the foundations I picked up, if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, I love NYX Born to Glow foundations. They're my absolute favourite at the moment. I will link my foundation routine in the description box below, but this is my go-to foundation at the minute. I have always been a L'Oreal True Match gal. I didn't even pick one up, guys. I just went straight to NYX. Like, I love this foundation. Now, the 2 shades that I already have in it are for when I've got self-tan on, but on days like this when I'm super pasty and pale, I don't have a foundation in this colour to go. Today, by the way, I've got my Ell Xx Revolution on, but I picked up the shade Light, and I also picked up the shade Pale, just for when I'm pasty, and I can try these and see how they look on the skin. They're obviously going to perform amazing because I know and I love and I trust this formula so much, but it just comes in handy to have them on the days for when I haven't got my false tan on. I actually only picked up one more foundation. Now, this foundation is by Revolution, and it's the Fast Base Stick Foundation. This is in the shade F1, and it looks like this. Now, I picked this up, I think it's like £4 or £5. Honestly, it's super cheap, and it literally is just a stick, and it's really nice and pale. Now, honestly, this foundation, it's not new to my collection. This is something I think I've been repurchasing for about a year now. I don't love it. Like, honestly, this sounds crazy because I keep buying it. I don't love this foundation, but I just find it quick and easy to throw on. I use a stipple brush when I use this, because this is more like a, I use this for really light coverage, for like a my skin but better type of day, you know what I mean? So I just buff it in with a stipple brush, and it just comes off really natural on the skin. This is not long wearing, this is not full coverage, it is nothing like that. So this is the thing that I gravitate towards if I'm literally just nipping to the shops or something and I'm not wearing much makeup at all. I just want something to make me look a little bit fresh, and I know I'll be wiping it off like an hour later. This is that product for me when I don't want to waste my good stuff. I also picked up from Revolution the Revolution Glow Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. Sorry, I've got hair on my face. I don't know what it is, I can just feel it. Now, I picked this up because I just don't think you can ever have too many setting sprays. I mean, you probably can. I've literally got about 10 on the go right now. But I really like Revolution setting sprays. These were probably one of the first setting sprays I really started to enjoy that got me into them. So they have a soft spot in my heart and I do tend to go back to them. So I just thought I'd give this one a go because I've never tried it before. Now on to concealers if you've been with me for a hot minute. And by a hot minute, I mean if you've been here since the very day dot. Like, we didn't used to post much back in the day. I think we posted about 3 videos all in all. But even like 5 years ago, we were using this concealer. It's my favourite and it is the Maybelline Instant Eye Eraser. Now, I picked these up in 2 colours that I usually don't. They didn't have my usual shade in. I think I usually use like 001 Light. Let me check. Oh, 00 Ivory I usually use. So they didn't have that colour in, so I opted for something else. So I picked up, this one looks super light. It's 95 and it's called Cool Ivory. This looks really pale, right? It actually looks paler than my other one. So I thought I would give this a try. And then I also picked up 05 and it's called Brightener. Now it looks like this has a pink undertone to it. So I'm interested to try this and just see how it looks under the eyes. But honestly, my favourite concealer of all time ever. And I do believe it's actually been rated #1 in the UK. So literally everyone and their nans are buying this concealer. I love it. It's amazing. Now, this I've been saying in the past few videos. I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to pick it up. And I hadn't got round to it. I picked up the Ell Camo Concealer, but for those of you who know, who watch my videos, I don't get along with the Ell Camo Concealer at all. I find it quite drying. Now, whilst I really like the coverage that it provides, it's really drying on my skin and I just can't work with it. So what I do, I use my eye eraser and then I put that on top so that the eye eraser gives me the type of consistency I like, but then the camo provides me with the coverage. But I just can't use it on its own. So I picked up the hydrating ones. I believe these are a new release. And I picked up 2 shades because I weren't sure which one to opt for. So I picked up the shade Fair Beige, which looks like it has a pink undertone to it. And I also picked up Light Sand, which looks like it has more of a yellow undertone to it. So I figured this one for when I'm pale and this one for when I've got a tan on. Now, honestly, I'm really interested to try them because I don't get on with the normal camo one. So I will try them out and I will keep you guys posted on how I get on with them. The last concealer that I picked up, because I love the NYX Born to Glow foundation, I've not heard anyone talking about the concealer. So I thought I would pick it up. So this is the NYX Born to Glow concealer. I picked mine up in the shade, does it say? Oh, right on the lid, Light Ivory. Picked mine up in Light Ivory. Now it's got like a doe foot applicator. I don't even know, like I'm saying I don't know, it's kind of like, I'm looking at the eye eraser, it's kind of like that, isn't it, but a bit smaller, so maybe it'll get like closer to my eyes. I don't know, I'm just really interested to try it. I don't mind too much if my concealer's got a little bit of glow to it, but we shall see how this performs and what type of coverage it provides. Now this is just standard for me. I picked up my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is literally the only setting powder I use. It's the only one I like on my skin. And I picked it up in my standard shade, which is 001 Transparent. This is just a staple for me in my kit. I use it every single day of my life. It's just my favourite go-to powder. It's just so easy to throw on, and I just find it sets my skin nicely and keeps my makeup in place. Now, I use a stroke cream onto my foundation every single day. I just like to have that radiant from within look to my skin. And I do like make my own stroke cream, and by make my own I don't mean like I sit in my house and come up with this whole contraption. I literally just use moisturiser and a liquid highlight to do so. I do have a video on how to do it. It's based in my foundation routine, so like I said earlier, I will leave that link below if you're interested. So I picked up 2 different highlighters to try because I only ever do with my Revolution one. So I picked up these highlights from Barry M. I picked up this one in the shade At First Light, and this is a pink tone highlight. Now, I've only ever used pink tone with me having cool toned skin, but I also picked up the shade Beam Me Up. This one is very much a gold highlight, and I just picked this up for when I've got false tan on. I just thought I'd see how it performs on the skin. It may look a little bit wild when we having cool toned skin, but it's worth just giving it a try and seeing. I actually only picked up one powder highlight. You're impressed, I know, I can tell. This one's by Maybelline, and it is the Face Studio Chrome Extreme. This one is in the shade Diamond Glow. Now, I do have one of these highlighters already, and honestly it's really beautiful, but I can only wear it when I've got a tan because it's kind of like a rose gold type of a shade, whereas this one looks super nice. Look at that. I've got to swatch it, haven't I? This is like a gorgeous champagne shade. You probably can't tell all that well, but oh my god, it looks stunning, and I'll be able to wear this whilst I am still pale. So yeah, this is something I definitely had to pick up to try. As far as blushes go, I did want some new blushes, but I weren't quite sure what. Now, I'm someone who does gravitate towards sets. I love a set of blushes, so at present, like the one I've got on today, this is the new BH Cosmetics blush. I used the Vanilla Cream Truffle one today. Like, honestly, blushes like this, I just love anything like that, but I couldn't find any that I really loved in Superdrug, so I ended up not really getting any sets. I just picked up 3 blushes in total, and only one of them has like got multiple blushes in it, and it's by Rimmel London. It literally just says it is called the Blush Palette. Like, that is it. No shade, no nothing, just the blush palette. And it looks like this inside, so they are gorgeous colours, and they are all my colours. I love a peachy blush, I just really do. I don't know what it is about them, just peaches and rose golds I find really complement my skin tone. So I picked this up because I'm literally drawn to every single shade within this, and I just thought it would be worth giving it a try because I don't believe I've ever tried a Rimmel blush before. I then picked up a really small blush. This one is from Collection. It's called the Soft Glow Blusher, and it's in the shade 3 Cheeky. Now, it's just really tiny. Look at that. It's this really small little circle blush. Like, if I put it by my hand, look how small that blush it is, honestly. But it looks like this beautiful baby pink. It's a really subtle colour, and I like subtle for when I've got my pale skin on. You'd think I wear like a full body mask, but obviously when I've got tan on, I can venture out and go for those deeper colours. But when I am at my palest, which is a little bit rare, I'll be honest, I like something nice and subtle, and I think that this could be that type of a blush for me. Now, speaking of having a tan, when I do have a tan, I kind of just like throw pink in the bin. I don't even think about pink. I think all things peach and orange. So I picked up this one by L'Oreal. It's called Life's a Peach. Now, I do believe this is the only colour that it comes in. It's this gorgeous, it is like a peachy shade. It's like a gorgeous orange peach. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is the type of colour I gravitate towards when I'm tan. It's not like super crazy though, the colour. I don't know if you can see. It just looks gorgeous, and I think it'll really add to that sun-kissed look when I have got a tan on. Now, I picked up my favourite mascara of all time ever. I've been trying some new mascaras lately, and honestly this is the one I gravitate towards back to. This is the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Dramatic Volume Mascara. I use it in the shade black, which is just standard. I do sometimes use black brown for if I'm having that no makeup type of day. But I picked it up in black. I just wanted to have a spare in, so I won't use it yet. I have got one to go at the moment, and I do have one, like a backup one. So this is the backup to my backup, so I probably won't be using this for quite some time. I did pick up 2 of these just because this is also my mum's favourite mascara. She's the one who got me into it when I was discovering makeup when I was younger, and we've both been using it ever since. So I picked one up for me and I picked one up for her. I also picked up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Now, I use this pencil anyway on a daily basis. You guys know I do my soap brows. If you don't know that, I do. And if you want to see how I do that, I will leave it in the description box below. I use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil just to add a few hair strokes through my eyebrows in any sparse areas. The shade I usually use is called Espresso, but they didn't have it in. Everyone must have got it before me. So instead, I picked up the shade Chocolate. I don't know how it'll look. I think it's lighter than Espresso, but I just thought, you know what, I'll get it in and give it a go. It looks like a nice colour actually. still quite a dark brown, it's just got quite a warm undertone to it. So yeah, it's definitely worth giving it a try, and for buy one get one free, I thought, you know what, I'll just pick it up. Worst case scenario, won't like it and I won't use it. It's not the end of the world. Now, I picked up 2 of the Ell glitters. I've never used these before, but these are right up my alley. These are the liquid glitter eyeshadows. I love anything that sparkles. I am all things glitter, and I love a glitter eye look. These colours look super similar. I'm not even going to lie, because this one's a little bit darker and this one's a little bit peacher. So this one is in the shade Flirty Birdie. This one right here, this is the Flirty Birdie shade, and this one here is in the shade Copper Pop. Now honestly, Flirty Birdie, I think, honestly for me, maybe not everyone, for me that's really daytime appropriate, and I see myself using that of a day if I'm going out, maybe for like brunch or something, just popping that on to add that sparkle. But Copper Pop, whilst I would still wear that of a day, I don't care, there's no boundaries over here. I see myself wearing that on a night out, but with like a deep, dark, chocolatey brown, smoky eye. So if I'm going for a gorgeous smoky eye, I see me popping that on top on my lid just to add that gorgeous sheen and that little bit of something, you know. Now I'm going to go on to the eyeshadow palettes that I picked up. I've not bought eyeshadows from the drugstore for quite a long time, and that sounds crazy, right, because I was always a drugstore person. Now whilst I get a lot of my face products from the drugstore, I just don't find myself buying eyeshadow palettes from there anymore. I've gone a little bit bougie, and I've been treating myself the past year or so to more higher end products. Now whilst I still get like a lot of products from Morphe for my eyes, and I know they're just like a glorified drugstore brand, I haven't actually gone in the drugstore and picked things up. So I went in and I picked up one of the NYX Ultimate palettes. I do have some of these and I really like them. Now this, I don't even know when it came out. Honestly, this sounds really bad, but I've not kept up to date with drugstore palettes. This is called Phoenix, and this is the most me palette ever. I know, like look at them colours. There's so much warmth in this palette. There's reds, there's oranges, there's yellows, there's browns, there's burgundies. Like this is my colour story in a palette. I love shades like this, so when I seen it, I just died a little bit. I was just like, come to Ell. So I had to pick this up. I just knew it was the palette for me. It looks beautiful, look at that. The next palette that I picked up was by Maybelline. Now I've never ever used eyeshadows by Maybelline. The next 4 palettes that I've got, they're all from different brands. So one's Maybelline, one's L'Oreal, and 2 from Gosh. I've never bought eyeshadows from any of them brands, but I picked up from Maybelline the Burgundy Bar. It looks like this. Now honestly, this is not my type of a palette, but I just had to try it because I thought, you know what, I'm doing myself a disservice here by not testing it out. This is a hell of a lot of shimmers, and I'm a matte girl through and through. I know my channel says otherwise, but for me, I look at the matte to shimmer ratio in a palette, and if it has a bunch of shimmers and like no mattes, I literally stay away. But for whatever reason, I felt the need to pick this one up, even though it looks like there are only 2 mattes in this whole palette, which are these 2 on the end here. This is literally a predominantly shimmer palette. But I don't know what it was. I was drawn to it. Like truly, I was drawn to it. The shimmers actually come off really bloody nice. They look gorgeous, like they really do. And I can't wait to try them. The next palette I seen and I died. It's by L'Oreal and it's called I Go Wild. Now, I don't even know how long this has been out for. I didn't even know L'Oreal did eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like from the outer packaging. But let me just open this up. I know. This is everything. Like this is probably my favourite purchase of the whole thing. There's an amazing matte to shimmer ratio. There's mostly matte with some shimmers in it. The shimmers in it literally look insane. Sorry, what? Look at that. They look incredible. So I'm so excited to try this. Honestly, I think my next video will probably be me trying this because this just looks incredible. I can see myself doing so many daytime looks with this. This isn't something I would say for a nighttime. This is definitely more of a daytime palette, but it looks beautiful. And then I picked up 2 palettes from Gosh. Now these are the same but different, so the same style of palette but different shades. The first one I got is called Be Honest, and it looks like this from the outside, and if I open it up, this is what it looks like inside. Now the layout and the colour story of this put me in mind of Huda. Now whilst these palettes are very different, let me just say these are not the same. This is not a dupe. This is just what it put me in mind of, you know, the same kind of a colour story whilst the shades are different. Like, I'm not saying this is a dupe, it's not a dupe, but it put me in mind of it. It's the same type of layout minus the mirror, and it's a similar colour story whilst not the same. They've gone for like those mauvey tones, which I do really like. I think this is a great drugstore alternative, and I will definitely have to try it out and see how it performs. But I mean, from swatching these shimmers, I've not swatched the matte, but they honestly look incredible, so I can't wait to try it out. And like I said, I picked up another one. This one is called Be Humble. Now, it's a little bit similar, whilst those ones were more mauvey. These ones are a little bit more pink and a little bit more orange. I really like this palette. This is my favourite out the two, but I'm just so excited to try it and see how it performs on the eyes. I really like the concept of these. I believe these were around $10.99. I'm pretty sure that was the price, $10.99. And I just think for $10.99, can you go wrong? I mean, for my Huda ones, I think I paid about £25. So if these are good, I will definitely have to let you guys know. Then I picked up 4 lip liners, just because you can never have enough lip liners. They always seem to vanish, or when you try to sharpen them, they just never sharpen quite the same. So the first 2 that I picked up, these are from NYX. And these are both the NYX Suede lip liners. This one I have is in the shade Sandstorm, and it just looks like this. It's a nice brown shade. Then we have the shade Soft Spoken. That one is Soft Spoken. This one, it's still quite new, but it has a bit of a pink undertone to it. And then the next 2 are from Gosh. So the first one is in the shade Nugget. That is Nugget. That's gorgeous. That's my fave. That is like a beautiful warm nude shade. And then the final one that I have is called Nugget Crisp. And again, this is like a beautiful nude shade, but this one also has a pink undertone to it. Well, I would say this one's got quite a peach undertone, to be honest. Now we are on to the final 4 items. The final 4 items are liquid lips. So the first 2 that I picked up, these are from L'Oreal, and these are the Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks. First one that I have is in the shade Dose of Rose. It is that beautiful baby pink shade. It's quite vibrant as well. I just really love that colour. The next one is called Infinite Spice. I love that as well. That for me, it's like my perfect autumn shade, because I don't really gravitate towards burgundies or bright reds. I prefer more of a muted colour like this, almost like a pumpkin spice. I just love that. Then the other 2 that I got, these are by Maybelline, and these are the Super Stay Matte Inks. Now, the first one I picked up is called Revolutionary. That is a gorgeous muted pink. Look at that. It's nowhere near as vibrant as this one. It's much more muted, which I quite like, to be honest. And the other shade is called Driver. Now, that is how it looks. It's definitely a nude, but it's like no nude I've ever seen. It's like a beige nude, so it'll be really interesting to see how that looks on the lips. Now, that is absolutely everything that I picked up from Superdrug during this offer, minus the Revolution lip glosses that are on the way. If you do have any of the items that I picked up today, please do let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you use it for, how you like it, if it's good, if you recommend it. Like, let's just get a little comments going and let's have a chat about the products. I've not used some of these before, as you well know, so please let me know what you think of them. If there's anything in particular you do want to see me use in an upcoming video, let me know and I will be sure to use it. Especially in particular the eyeshadow palettes, I'm definitely interested in trying them out, so if you do want to see a video on any of them, let me know down below in the comment section and I will be sure to get that video out soon for you guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Also, if anyone is interested in this makeup look that I've got on today, I have just filmed it. I was trying out a new brand called Beautonomy. The video may already be up. I don't know what one I'm uploading first. If it's already up, I'll leave the link in the description box for you guys. If it's not, it will be the next video that I do post, so as soon as it's posted, keep an eye out, but I will link it in the description when it is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I do really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I'm getting tongue-tied now. I've done 2 videos on the bounce. But don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. If you do enjoy these videos and you want to join our little family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can hit the one below, or one will appear at the end of the video in the form of my big moon head, and you can hit that one. We are going to be doing a giveaway on this channel when we get to 1,000 subscribers. We're quite a way off, honestly, but when we get there, it'll be a good giveaway. So if you do want to enter that giveaway when the time comes, don't forget to subscribe, because obviously you got to be a subscriber to enter. I can't be entering if you're not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.